Yo, what up YouTube? This is yo boy, Red Death Animations. This video is unlike any video I made, but I just had to make it. I caught up with the Boruto manga while the Kawaki arc was airing in the anime, and I've been reading Boruto every month ever since. I hated that I have to wait a month just to read one chapter, but I understand, as I'm patiently waiting for the next Boruto chapter that's just around the corner. I couldn't help but rewatch the iconic Boruto timeskip scene that was first shown in episode 1 and chapter 1. I just wanted to rewatch it in case we end up seeing this same scene in the upcoming chapter. And when I rewatched it, I was really listening to what they were saying. This theory just popped in my head. I didn't do any brainstorming, I didn't ponder or do research. It's one of those things when you're just talking to someone and in the moment you read in between the lines and even look at their body language. These are things people pick up on without brainstorming all day. And this Boruto theory I came up with will shock you, no Chidori.
The age of shinobi is over.
The age of shinobi is over. Stop right there. You hear how defeated Boruto sounded? He sounded like he had no choice but to accept reality. And you can see it in the background. There's still smoke and debris lingering in the air, indicating that the leaf got destroyed just before their clash happened.
I can't believe you went this far, Kawaki.
Boruto sounded a bit shocked there. He even sounded like how your parents probably sound when they're disappointed in you. It's how they sound when you don't like, comment, and subscribe and hit that noti bell.
I'm going to send you to the same place I sent the 7th Hokage, Boruto.
Oh, but I thought Kawaki wanted to kill Boruto. Did he have a change of heart? I'll address that later on in the video, don't click out.
Guess this was the only possible outcome.
Look at Boruto's face. I don't know about you guys, but he doesn't look so sad to me. He looks more like he understands how impossible the situation might be, even though this isn't what he wanted to hear. Even in the end of the pre-time skip, Boruto took his L like a champ instead of crying all day.
That's right. The age of shinobi is over.
Kawaki sounded like there's nothing that can change his mind. He sounds so certain that he is in the right. He sounds so certain that most likely he's trying to get Boruto to see what he sees. He's trying to get his point across.
Even so, I'm still a shinobi!
Boruto sounded like he was clinging on to something. Perhaps him clinging on to anything at all is what caused Kawaki to take things this far. You know, this reminds me of what happened with Ao. Ao understood he no longer could be a shinobi. He tried to live a life as a Kara outer by choice. But what happened once Kashin Koji dealt with him? He just couldn't help but play shinobi one last time. Ao knew he wasn't really a ninja anymore, but he didn't care. I mean, why should he care? He spent his whole life training, going on missions, defending his comrades, seeing some of them die right before his eyes. Of course he can't just let that go. Now I'm gonna need you to recall what Momoshiki said once Ada's omnipotence activated to switch Boruto and Kawaki's roles. This proves that Boruto is clinging on to something, since without that thing, he might have actually given up right there and then. In that same chapter, Boruto understood Kawaki felt this despair all his life, and he mentions him, who I'm assuming is Kawaki. He mentions Kawaki as the person he's clinging to. And boy did that sound wrong. But what I mean is, whatever Kawaki stands on, Boruto is using that as motivation to keep pushing and find a way. So basically, Boruto feels despair because he lost his friends, family, and the love of the village. That doesn't mean he lost love for the village. Kawaki is a part of said village too, at least from Boruto's perspective. So, imagine if Kawaki knew this. Do you see why he destroyed this very village now? There might have been people still there and he might have killed them. If that's true, he did all of that just to prove a point. Pain tried to prove a point by killing Hinata right in front of Naruto, for example. Kawaki might have had a change of heart, and he has a hard time actually going along with killing his own brother. He's even made it clear in chapter 79. Yes, him actually destroying the village might contradict what he said about protecting it during the pre-time skip. But people change and people do just about anything when all hope is lost. Sasuke went from wanting revenge on Itachi to wanting revenge on the Leaf, for example. What I think is happening here is that Kawaki has ran out of options and he is trying to drag out Momoshiki so that they can settle things once and for all. If Momoshiki isn't dragged out, Kawaki's probably planning on sealing Boruto away. Let me speculate where Kishimoto might have gotten these ideas from. You guys know how Kishimoto has taken some inspiration from Dragon Ball, right? Well, what happened during the Majin Buu arc? Vegeta allowed himself to soften up a bit over the time skip. And he needed to remind himself of why he was initially a cold-hearted warrior in the first place. He felt he had to do anything to bring back his old self, even if it means letting himself get possessed by Babidi. Then Vegeta wanted to have a rematch with Goku in order to prove a point. He even went as far as destroying half the stadium and taking the lives of many people. I can't believe you went that far, Vegeta. Anyways, you don't have to take my theories seriously. This just popped in my head out of thin air. So it's probably just me being wild. But if you believe I might be onto something, like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that noti bell if you want more theories like this. Peace out, y'all.